I'm feeling particularly well today, so I'm just gonna hammer out all of these alien visitation videos. So, like I said, there are four beings: the small grays, little grays, and there's a third being that has visited me once, and I ask and ask and ask and ask and ask for them to come back. I don't know if they still visit and watch or what the deal is. When we were living in North Florida, there the reason we moved was because of these two beings. I got the distinct impression that they were feminine, humanoid in nature, one was older and one was younger or childlike. And they were translucent, no clothing, and so it was a translucent figure with what I would say galaxies swirling inside and stars swirling inside of the figures. And what they came and I wish I had more to this story that I remember, but basically they told me that we had to leave North Florida. Something bad was going to happen. We needed to go. And much to my friends' dismay for leaving the ocean, we settled on going to Missoula because I wanted to get back to the mountains. Specifically the Rockies. And so as we were moving to Missoula, I was like, I want to be visited. Like, it was like in my mind to connect with aliens. And just a side note of synchronicity and fate or whatever, when we got to Missoula, we immediately got invited to this gathering of doomsday preppers. We were kind of in that mindset back then. And the guest speaker was the Palladian guy. What is that guy's name? You know, he's so-called channeled those books of the Palladian beings. Used to be a he used to have some sort of he was a central banker or tied in with George. I don't know if that guy's still alive. But he's like, like he was running the circuit, talking about the Pleiadian aliens and the fucking, is pumping his books that he had written, or supposedly channeled. I'm sure, like some of you know who, but I thought that was kind of interesting. As we drag on that boring. I'm fucking forming thoughts really slow today. Is anyone noticing? Is it just dragging on your speed? It's dragging on your speed. I know it is. It's frustrating you. Anyway. Okay, so right after that, the fucking oil spill on the oil platform fucking, I don't know, blew up or cracked the fucking drill or whatever, and it dumped, like flooded the Gulf with oil, and they were spraying that toxic shit all over the Gulf. Anyway, oil was washing up on the beach right where we were living. And so that was the disaster that they told me was coming, that we needed to leave. And those poor fuckers that live in the Gulf, their children are going to be born retarded for the next fucking 100 fucking years or something. It's a fucking atrocity what they did down there. And thirdly, the final beings were, and this happened actually before when we were in Queensland. Remember I talked about the UFO landing beside us? I blacked out. The next night I regressed what had happened. And so it went something like this. They abducted both of us, but it was me that they wanted. So they took my friend with us on board, but kept her in containment, I guess, to keep me calmer. And so I found myself in a room with a bunch of other humans. And we were all sitting in front of what would be considered a computer screen, and tests were being given. Tests and knowledge were tests given, knowledge dispersed.